Barcelona is one of the greatest food cities in the world, full of great Spanish and Catalan food. A city where you're so spoiled for choice that it's hard to go wrong. Today, I'm gonna share with you the restaurants I enjoyed the most during my one-week visit. I am by no means an expert or local, but I'm sure these 10 places will amaze you nonetheless. What's up guys, it's me AG and these are 10 of my favorite places to eat in Barcelona. Let's get started. Our first stop is La Pallaresa in the Gothic Quarter, an old-school Catalan cafe dating back to the 1940s. We all want to start our days right, and what better way than with an incredible Spanish breakfast. We are talking about thick Spanish chocolate, crispy churros, and more. Be warned though, once you've had your first Spanish breakfast, munching on Captain Crunch and sipping on orange juice in the morning will immediately feel like peasant food. You should at a minimum be getting their churros and Spanish hot chocolate with whipped cream on top, but other items that we also really enjoyed were their melindros, which is a type of ladyfinger that goes really well with the chocolate, and their mato de pedralbes, a typical custardy Catalonian dessert that's so velvety, smooth, and refreshing. Whatever you get at La Pallaresa is guaranteed to shake off those dusty morning blues. If a sweet breakfast isn't your thing, then the legendary Pinotxo Bar is your site to have your Catalan breakfast of champions. It is front and center of the fabled La Boqueria market, and it is an absolute institution of Catalan cuisine. This family-run tapas bar has been serving incredible Catalan food since 1940, and it should definitely be on everyone's Barcelona food bucket list. There's so many great dishes here that it's virtually impossible to go wrong, but the dishes that we consider must-eats are their chickpeas, which is a personal favorite of my sisters, their squid with white beans, and my personal favorite, their capipota, their glorious capipota. Still gives me shivers thinking about it to this day. And also their botifara is great, and their sardines, and their Spanish omelet, and you know what? Just get everything. Go crazy and get everything. Like I said, you can't go wrong. You can't make a mistake here. Pinotxo Bar, you are doing God's work. Speaking of getting everything, if you want to fool yourself into thinking you're only gonna have a small snack, then head to a Pinotxo Bar called La Tasqueta de Blai in El Poble Sec. A Pinotxo Bar's concept is simple, but the decision is near impossible. A cornucopia of little pieces of bread topped with every single Spanish culinary permutation and combination. We're talking about octopus bombas, crumb cheese and sweet chili, anchovies and peppers, eggplant and veggies, battered jamon roll, jamon wrap sausage, pepper quail egg sobrasada blood sausage in one pincho. Yes, and yes, they've got it all. It's a dizzying selection, but it's like filling your name in front of the exam paper. You can't really go wrong. Can you? It's perfect both for a quick meal on the go or a full-on sit-down meal, and your wallet won't be screaming for mercy either because each pincho is priced at around €50, which is pretty reasonable. It's one of the most fun food experiences we had in the city, so definitely check them out. Our next place is La Cova Fumada, and it is the literal definition of a hole in the wall. I mean, the sign is literally a barely noticeable sheet of laminated A4 on top of its door. It is by sheer legendary reputation alone that you are drawn to La Cova Fumada. From the chalk-scribbled blackboard menu, vintage photos hanging on the wall, and a kitchen that practically extends to the dining space, La Cova Fumada is sure to give you a true, local Barcelona dining experience. Being next to the beach, La Cova Fumada is famous for their seafood and what incredible seafood they have. Their grilled squid is amazing, the octopus is to die for, the salted cod divine, and the sardines melt in your mouth. But if you want to complete the quintessential La Cova Fumada experience, then get their bombas. Not only are they delectable potato croquettes with a spicy red sauce and alioli sauce on top, but they were also invented here. La Cova Fumada is a testament to the fact that legendary places don't need marketing, their customers do it all for them. Look no further than Can Vilaro if you're craving some great traditional Catalan cuisine. Opposite the San Antoni market, this place is a classic among locals. With its bare-bones interior and very comfortable atmosphere, the biggest sign that we were in for a great meal was none other than the poster of Guy Fieri hanging on the right of the door as we walked in. And towards Catalan flavor town, Can Vilaro does take you. They are famous for offering some adventurous offal dishes like livers and brains, but their capipota stands out as one of our favorites. Gelatinous, fatty, and offensively delicious. I'm sure it'll put the biggest smile on your face. And don't be worried about those wrinkles either, because this dish is packed full of collagen. But of course, for the less adventurous, there are dishes like their excellent sardines on toast, refreshing white asparagus, rustic and comforting cod, and probably the best breakfast sausage out there, botifara. Incredible. If La Boqueria is famous for such legendary eateries like El Kim de la Boqueria and Pinotxo Bar, then Bar Joan is the Santa Catarina market's own legendary institution. Situated in the less touristy but equally captivating Santa Catarina market, Bar Joan is a family-run joint that's been serving up great food for more than 25 years. It really gives you a true local tapas bar feel, and eating inside a great market surrounded by all manner of fresh meats, cheeses, and produce really set the atmosphere for what will be an incredible meal. I guarantee you that this will be one of the best meals you'll have in Barcelona, as it was for us. We had some heartwarming meatballs in tomato sauce, some mouth-watering chorizo. Another highlight were the 2 cod dishes that we got. One was in a comforting tomatoey sampaina sauce, and another was in a heavenly garlic oil. Their country sausage with grilled peppers, however, is a must-get. This, my friends, is the breakfast of champions dish right here. Kape con leche, pan con tomate, and delicious country sausages with grilled peppers for breakfast in the morning. I'm sorry guys, but if you start off your day with this, your day is definitely gonna go downhill from there, because that's definitely gonna be the highlight. That's not very nice. It's tapas time, and Bodega La Puntual is the perfect spot for that pre-dinner ritual. This is a classy joint in the El Born district that keeps its old world charm. It's got an intimate bodega area up front and a spacious dining space out back, so it's perfect for intimate gatherings and large groups. And of course, La Puntual serves up classic and delicious Catalan and Spanish tapas. Their tapas are both mouth-watering and beautiful. Highlights include their spicy bombas, jamon croquettes, and their marinated sardines. But if there's one thing to get, it's their patatas bravas. Oh my goodness, life-changing stuff right here. It is almost a cardinal sin not to get it when you go to La Puntual. It's basically the crispiest potato bits with creamy aioli and spicy tomato sauce. Does it sound deceivingly simple? Yes. Is it incredibly delicious? Also yes. And trust me when I say these aren't just your normal crispy loaded potato bits. They're evolved. Truly a tapa for all times of the day. Some say it's hard to find good paella in Barcelona, and looking at the hordes of tourist traps selling 1-liter sangria Gatorades and knockoff paellas at La Rambla, then you may be put off. But Can Ramonet in Barceloneta will prove that yes, there is not only good, but great paella in Barcelona. The building itself used to be a wine cellar and can trace its history back all the way to 1753. It was only 60 years ago that it finally established itself as a restaurant serving great traditional Catalan cuisine. It's got everything from your classic tapas, seafoods, and meats, but of course what you want to get is both their arroz negre, which is a delectable and menacing looking seafood paella, and their fideuà. But hold up, you said paella, but those look like noodles. And yes, they are noodles because fideuà substitutes the traditional bomba rice with short strips of pasta. It is one of the most unique and delicious uses of that sacred wheaty string that I've ever seen in my life. Weird? Yeah. Guaranteed to blow your mind? Also yes. Spanish people are known for having much later dinners, and our next place, called Restaurant Portoles, doesn't open for dinner until 9 p.m. But the hearty, rustic, and comforting Catalan food they serve here is your solution to a good night's sleep. A handwritten menu is usually a guaranteed sign of a great eatery, but the people at Restaurant Portoles are also pretty considerate for us filthy tourists, as they provide a full picture menu. Expect to dine on some top-tier Catalan fare that's so rustic and comforting, you'll be closing your eyes and imagining to hug your long-lost Catalan grandma. Our favorites were definitely their classic callos, a deliciously divine dish made with tripe, one of my favorite cow parts, in a comforting tomato sauce with chickpeas, and their amazing stewed veal with mushrooms. It's the epitome of rustic home cooking with meat that have reached divine levels of fatty tenderness. They don't stop at savories either because their tarta de Santiago and crema catalana are also amazing. The best part about this restaurant, it was one of the most bang for buck meals we had in Barcelona because of its incredibly reasonable prices. Finally, we end our list with dessert, and what incredible desserts they serve at Hofmann Patisseria. Hofmann also runs a cooking school, so you know they execute their pastries and desserts with a high level of skill and finesse. Now I know these aren't traditional or authentic Catalan food, but when food is this delicious, it doesn't matter anymore. We went here twice and I already know this will be one of my first stops when I return to Barcelona. They also have a variety of impressive looking desserts, but their croissants are the main stars of the show. They come in a number of different flavors like chocolate, amazing, mango, amazing, marzipan, amazing, and of course the one flavor to rule them all, their mascarpone croissant. Firstly, the croissant itself is so flaky and fluffy, while the incredible mascarpone filling is so creamy and tangy. It's just the stuff of dreams, guys. It's just that good. These croissants are the perfect level of sweetness, they're not too Moorish, and they don't weigh you down either, so go ahead. I know you want to do it. Get one of every flavor just for yourself to pick out on. No sharing. I'll keep it between us. I won't tell anyone. And that's about it. Those were 10 of my favorite places to eat in Barcelona. But of course, there are so many more great restaurants that we either couldn't go to or just didn't have space in this list. So here are a few honorable mentions. Cal Boter in the Gracia neighborhood is another great Catalan restaurant, and their Menú del Día or set lunch menu is an incredibly great deal. A great spot away from the central city. Churreria Manuel San Roman in the Gothic Quarter is one of the best places to get churros, and their gigantic filled churros are the ultimate Moorish treats. Also, a side of thick Spanish hot chocolate is essential to go along with those churros. And finally, Disfrutar. Both named the 9th best restaurant in the world for 2019 and a 2 Michelin-starred restaurant. This is the ultimate place to dine if you're feeling a combination of the urge to splurge, being treated like royalty, and permanently changing your perspective on food and fine dining for the better. An institution that needs a whole video to itself to convey how life-changing a culinary experience it is. Anyway guys, I hope you found this video somewhat useful. Let us know down in the comments below what are some of your favorite places to eat in Barcelona. We would love to hear from you. And also, if you want to check out more of our Barcelona food adventures where we explore even more places and sites, and also the places that we mentioned here in more depth and detail, then make sure to check out the dedicated playlist on our YouTube channel. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. I'm AG, this is Locavore. See you on the next one.